6 techniques to reduce stress and enjoy the here and now. Learn to control your worries and boost your productivity and happiness. Practice being in the moment and feeling peaceable, in charge of one's emotions, and better off emotionally and socially. Since there is no guarantee of anything beyond the present, it is important to make the most of every second. However, this is only possible if we are able to keep our minds in the present and our emotions under control. To reduce stress and heighten happiness, practicing mindfulness is a win-win, so that you may feel buoyant and unrestrained. Here is how to eliminate anxiety. Here are 6 tried and true methods to calm your nerve. 1. Be sure to give yourself plenty of self-checks. Ask yourself, how am I feeling? Several times throughout the day, no matter what's going on. Perhaps they will tell you that everything is fine and you don't need to worry. Asking yourself these questions will help you focus on the here and now. Do not ask why me, rather ask why not me. There may be long-term consequences to the fight you had with your significant other this morning or the car accident you were involved in last week, but for the time being, things are probably going swimmingly, too. Understand why you're feeling anxious. Anxiety develops when one anticipates negative outcomes, whether those outcomes be physical or mental. Anxiety is a natural and necessary part of the human experience, having evolved to ensure our survival. There is no other use for it. Anxiety is not the same thing as fear. The latter occurs as a natural protective mechanism. On a safari, a lion charges the tour group, and everyone instinctively runs for the bus door. When you know the difference between fear and anxiety, you can stay in the here and now. 3. Worrying, also known as anxiety, accomplishes nothing positive. There's a widespread belief that excessive anxiety can actually shape future outcomes to one's liking. It's like a magic time machine, promising success if I just think about it hard enough now. We fail to see that it's pointless, harmful, and counterproductive. 4. Worrying does not help solve problems. Worrying is a self-perpetuating mental loop that begins as a misguided effort to alleviate anxiety, but only serves to increase the original problem. It's something happening on the inside in the mind. Thoughts circle aimlessly like a dog chasing its tail. Happiness can be the tail, and is not something that can be sought after by chasing your own tail. Rather, happiness is always with you. 5. Mindfulness makes us more present, oriented, and less anxious. The only place we can ever be physically is right here, right now. We lose awareness of the present when our thoughts wander unintentionally to the past or the future. Being present in the moment allows us to fully appreciate it. 6. Use your senses to keep you in the here and now. Focusing on your senses, touch, taste, sight, smell, and hearing, can help you relax and feel more in the moment. When we center our attention on the present moment through sensory awareness, we stop worrying about the future and start living in the moment. Feeling anxious? Try asking yourself these 5 questions to bring yourself back to the here and now. 1. Just what do I observe?
Keep an eye out and see what's going on.
2. What am I hearing exactly? Pay attention to what you hear. 3.
Worrying, also known as anxiety, accomplishes nothing positive. There's a widespread belief that excessive anxiety can actually shape future outcomes to one's liking.
4.
What do different textures feel like? How would you describe their texture? Smooth, rough, hot, cold, soft, hard.
5.
How do I describe this flavor?
Eating with awareness and paying attention to hunger cues helps us get the nutrients we need while also satisfying our craving.
Exactly what are you doing to help yourself feel less anxious? You'll need a two-pronged strategy for change if you want to feel less anxious and more in the moment. Turning off what if thoughts requires awareness without emotional investment, distraction with more pleasant thoughts, or constructive action. It also necessitates diverting your attention from the future and your internal mental processes to the here and now. With time and effort, you will master both skills, and your performance in one area will directly affect your success in the other.